St. John's seniors. Miles Farrington. Luke Roa. Riley Figueres. Vinny Trujillo. Christian Swope. Chase Cavalier. Jack Pilla. Ryder Mattingly. Aiden Foster. Luke Musser. Patrick O'Donnell. Matt Haley. Blake Boyd. Zach Webb. Gavin Kelly. Richard Checo. Kevin Whitty. Landon Hyatt. Thomas Desio. And our manager, Andre Haddad. There they are, our St. John's seniors. Now, if you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Thank you so much for being with us on a glorious Friday afternoon from St. John's College High School, Quinn Field, home of the nationally #1 ranked, undefeated St. John's Cadet men's lacrosse team, playing host to the IMG Academy Ascenders, also nationally ranked rival of the St. John's Cadets. We are super proud here at First Amendment Sports to be with you today and for you guys to be with us. I'm Ken Meringolo, joined by Tim Iuculano, pride of St. John's, Kevin Ricca, also the pride of St. John's.
Man, can you believe 6-7 years ago if someone would have said St. John's College High School is the #1 team in the area, we would have said, really? But we're talking the nation now. My, how times have changed.
We have minutes, seconds till face-off here. We're going to work our way through some players to watch as we watch the beginning of this game, guys. But let's start with the senior class of the St. John's Cadet team, Tim, on senior day, nationally ranked, all the smoke, giving it to the St. John's community this season. Who are we looking at?
I mean, it's a special class. You could pick absolutely any one of them out there. I got to go with the attack unit of Mac Haley and Gavin Kelly. They're incredible. And then the human highlight reel with Checo. The guy just makes plays. When you need a big play, he just seems to always be that guy who steps up.
Number 44, we'll be keeping our eye on him in that back, the defense for the Cadets. We're going to shift our attention here to the face-off circle where Jack Weller has been absolutely dominant all season. A good start for Jack today is a good start for the St. John's Cadets. And we're about to be underway. We'll bring you guys some more players here from the IMG Ascenders to watch. And we're underway. And St. John's controls the tip. Making inside.
Ooh,
great save. Great save.
Good follow.
Mac Haley with the follow. No good. Quick attack there for the Cadets, Tim.
They have fun. There's no hesitation. Coach Speaks has confidence in them. These are a bunch of seasoned seniors. It's not too much coaching that needs to be done at this point. 4 years of starting.
Joey Greco's going to need to stand on his head all day long for the IMG Ascenders. Like he just started this game off. What a great, great save.
They got their starters in.
There's Ryan Dunkel with the touch. He'll work around and bring it on back to the far side. And here comes Mac Haley looking for an upper 90. Feed from Kevin Whitty.
Someone walking through Rock Creek Park might have just taken one right on the chin. That thing was going hot and heavy and headed right into the park.
Got a little bit of a breeze here today, boys.
Oh.
Back up! Oh, I thought that was in. What a move. Mac Haley.
Trying to get fresh with it there. I thought that was a goal.
When you're that low, you got to try and make things happen. That's the only way to increase your angle instead of you bringing it behind the cage.
Establish a play here. I saw the referees in the parking lot beforehand, guys. They were getting their stuff together. I heard them say to a man how exciting this game was going to be for them to call. They were going through other games they had refed so far this season. They were talking about calls that needed to be made at this level of competition. I just happened to park next to these guys, and I'm like, wait, are you guys the refs today? They're like, oh, yeah. We can try to give them a break, but they did their homework.
Yeah, 35 commits on either side of the field. That's a day's work for an official.
As close to a college game as you'll get.
Luke Roa loses control, and IMG will take over on possession.
Some of that defensive length we talked about in the pregame session there, Tim. These guys are long. They got commitments across the board at every spot, and they're lengthy.
Turnover. Dunkel the other way into the box, unable to connect there with Gavin Kelly.
So touch on keys of the game. It's going to happen in between these fields. So in between the lines, face-offs are huge. But what makes this group special is the attack unit and how much they ride. That's 2 turnovers in a row.
Yep.
They pride themselves. So February of last year, Coach Speaks met with the team. He goes, I want us to be good at many things, but I want us to be the best in the country at riding.
And some believe that is the case.
There you go. Got our starters in. Oh, we got our second line in.
Chase Cavalier now working it there. Landon Hyatt.
They're so deep at the midfield. You can give some breathers.
Mac Haley, he's working his way into the crease. He puts a shot up, and it's going to stay Cadet. Cadet ball. This IMG squad, talented in their own right, guys. Nationally ranked, national prominence. You know if IMG's putting a team together, they're going to be good. St. John's here is attacking. Dunkel around, try to wrap that around there, and it looked like Chase Cavalier got there first, and he did.
It was good. It was a good attempt. You would have loved to have seen him take just a couple more steps upfield to increase his angle, and a little high to low, low to high, changing planes. Here you go. Short stick behind. We love that. It's going.
Haley driving. He's trying to get to his hand. Ascenders.
Little Ward. You got
There's your referee buddies, Kev.
The old flag guarding. Here we go. Ascenders possession.
So pay attention. We've got 2 so far. 2 turnovers so far on failed clears.
So many unsettled possessions they cause.
IMG, it looks like
We feel confident in our defense. There you go. Nice and patient. They're getting their guys on the field. See, you got commits going absolutely everywhere. We didn't really touch on the players of the game for IMG, but their attack unit is fantastic. You got guys.
Julian there with the ball. He's going to bring it back up top.
Yep.
Ryan Saforzo with the touch. John Barry on the outside. Yeah, it's a very talented unit.
This kid's good.
And they're going to have to be because they're going up against the best goalie in the country
Yep.
and the best defense in the nation as they score the first goal.
IMG,
Oh, no, it's not a
it's
goal.
Hit the pipe.
hit the pipe. Big Tasty swallowed it up.
Big Tasty made a little connection with the goal. That's what you saw. Timeout.
There's the coach in you
Oh, I'm sorry.
to save your player.
There you go.
Tim, you got 2 left.
All right, St. John's will make some
Ooh,
changes.
I like it.
Luke Roa
I love
with
it.
some speed, and it's going to go back. Tim Iuculano, currently part of the St. John's lacrosse program, showing that scarlet and gray.
It's just tough. You see the sidearm. All you want him to do is go overhand. Great job, though.
Duncan with a little pressure there. It was Elijah Smith. Gets the clear, and then Ascenders on the attack. There's Braden Urksa. Got our eyes on him today.
He's a Maryland commit. He's going to be coming back to town here shortly.
There you go.
And there he is. Richard Checo getting busy there a little. Ascenders maintain possession.
This is an underrated IMG team that came out. They're ready to play here today, guys. They're the number 17 ranked team in the country. They only played 9 games, and I think that has something to do with why they're not more high ranked. But they're undefeated, man. They've got 3 overtime, 1 goal wins under their belt. This is going to be a tough struggle. This game's starting off the way they needed to hang in there with the Cadets.
It's good. They're being patient. You got 10 seconds left.
Julian in the box. He's looking to wind up.
There you go. Way to be patient.
Nice
Now.
control. We got the flag.
Katy Perry.
I think there's going to be a steady dose of this. Working the shot clock down to 10 seconds. Offensive aggressiveness. I think that's going to be the game plan for the Ascenders today. Keep the ball out of the stick of that St. John's attack.
I mean, this defense is as good as it gets. We have nothing but seasoned seniors right here. 99 Figueres. I'm sorry.
Desio, 99 Desio. Then you're also getting a look at Connor Shannon coming in.
So
He's on that man down defense.
Checo going.
Sanders with the first goal of the day.
John Barry.
Looks like Connor Layden. It was either Connor Layden or John Barry.
John Barry with the goal.
John Barry with the goal, okay.
It's tough to see with those black jerseys.
Yeah, it's on these old eyes. 1-0 deficit for the Cadets. Just under 6.5 to go here in the first quarter.
This is their Super Bowl. This is their final game of the season. This is their ability to put themselves into the top 10, maybe the top 5, and then elevate their program to a top-notch level. Today is their deal. This is the ultimate trap game here. Senior day, the emotions running high for the Cadets headed into the conference playoffs.
Jack Weller going to work.
Imagine how big this is for Jack Weller. He,
Yeah.
Left IMG, come to St. John's, go against your former team.
Mag Haley behind the back pass. Down low, flag in the air.
That's an incredible effort by 31.
And I believe he drew the foul.
The ground ball to the behind-the-back lead pass just to get his guy a shot.
They're so athletic.
Hey, this is a guy, I've called him Money Mac a few times. He's not the guy that puts in a ton of goals when they win 19-2 or 17-3. Against every ranked team, he averages 5 goals. 6 against Gonzaga, number 2 in the country. Followed that up with 4 against St. Anthony's last week. that's where he gets the nickname from, fellas. And his performance against Gonzaga, 6 goals in a 1 versus 2 here in that game, that might be one of the best performances in St. John's lacrosse history, fellas.
Absolutely.
Well, got to keep coming back to that amazing matchup we got to see last week. St. John's and St. Anthony's, another 1-2 matchup nationally, and the Cadets came back with a very, very good-looking win.
It was great. They made a statement. You go out to Long Island. Way to be patient.
Gavin Kelly working it around.
That's what's so special
Kevin
about
Whitty.
these guys. They're so disciplined. It's not easy to have this much talent. There you go.
Ryan Dunkel putting the Cadets on the board here in the first quarter, tying up the game 1-1. Almost no angle.
Laser-like precision. He had no angle. He makes an angle. That kid's a great athlete.
He's fun to watch all year round. Love getting to say his name in the fall, and love seeing him with the stick in his hand operate.
Yeah, Jackie Weller goes down to make sure he has a season during pandemic 2020, and these are his boys out here. We're looking for that make-it-take-it situation we were talking about with him against Gonzaga. Get one on the board and go back and win a face-off.
Oh, Jackie Weller just couldn't get that ground ball, but he kicks it all the way past the crease.
Here you go. That's that riding.
Ascenders possess. Working it back the other way.
There's Vinny getting back. Stay on him.
Elijah Smith. He'll come out. IMG setting up their offense. And that ball gets shook loose as Urxa couldn't hold the handle. And that time it is Connor Layden coming right across the front of that defense. Might have had a little bit of a shield there.
Big lefty. He knew he had time. He made the best out of it. Kept coming upfield, increasing your angles. It's what you love to see.
So, Tim, when teams like St. John's and IMG, they travel, they play a national schedule, they're playing a lot of different places, but the rules aren't always the same. So, IMG, are they playing most of their games with a shot clock? Are they playing most of their games with the same rules we are for the most part, or not really?
So, IMG, I actually don't know about IMG. I know coming from New York, that was the big talk right before the game because they go different. Oh, good spin. Good job, quick whistle.
Checo getting his wheels down there. Here we go. Cadets back the other way. It's Connor Shannon. Will clear and make way for the Cadet offense. Step onto that field. Here's Dunkel working into the box. No, that's Luke Roa.
That's Luke.
Luke Roa, another explosive offensive talent for the Cadets.
If he gets a couple steps and winds that stick up, it's a blistering shot.
Yeah, his hands are free. It's an absolute laser with either hand. He is so tough and he is so creative.
Yeah, he's completely ambidextrous. How cool is that?
Amphibious?
He actually cannot swim underwater.
He might be
He
amphibious.
can swim underwater. He just can't breathe there.
Pretty sure he's amphibious. Ryan Dunkel working on Elijah Smith. Luke Roa up top, setting it up. 30 to go on the shot. It's a nice pick there.
Great shot.
Reset the shot clock.
Joey Greco putting in some work. Here comes Luke. Great shot and a great save. Greco again.
That's a tough save. He's using the defender as a blocker. Coming around. Goalie can't see much. Come up with a big save. You knew this was going to be a game. You're looking at where these guys are going to all the top programs. IMG sending guys to Maryland, Syracuse, Ohio State, Denver, you name it.
Thomas Vandenberg stepping on for the attack for the Ascenders. Sforzo and Barry rounding out the top of that attack. Johnny Macaroni inside.
Yeah, Blake Boyd, he's just tough. He's actually going to Air Force next year.
Yeah.
He was an amazing face-off guy. Show you, he fills in when Jack gets a little tired.
I love Big Tasty's stick skills.
His passes are on point. There's Henry Weller now with a touch. We got a stoppage of play.
What they call? No. Have a quick look at this rod. Wasn't time. Both teams, you can tell they're not in their rhythm yet. You know, settled 6-on-6. It's going to be tough to beat St. John's, but they have 2 settled goals so far.
Just over 1.5 here in the first. 2-1 game. IMG on the attack.
That's Riley Figueres.
Figgy forces the loose ball.
Yeah, coaches will tell you that is the best one-on-one defender they've had flow through this program, if not the area, in a while.
And there's a turnover.
Heading to Cuse next year.
Yeah, he's special. He's yet to allow a goal in 6-on-6 this season. I mean, they're just not scoring on the man.
Nah. What is that?
Connor Shannon fighting. There's a stick on the field.
There we go. Let's see. Let's give defense a little bit of a break here.
Noah Hall, John Offit. A couple of new guys working on the attack here.
Noah Hall, UMBC, coming around. Shot.
There's
goal.
the goal.
Great job. I mean,
a lot of work off the ball that entire play, not just getting their personnel right. You saw Connor Shannon. He found himself on the offensive side. He worked himself to the far side, sprinted down, freed up. Who was that came over that was Layden Hyatt, who ended right as the offense was culminating in a goal there.
Yeah. Just look at the depth on this team, though. You know, that's someone who subs in the second line, third line. Like, we can fit these guys in, give guys a break. So when they're coming out, they're fresh. Oof.
All right.
Jack
Weller draws a hold, and he wants to get on the move.
He drew
the
that,
hold.
by the way. That was
He is so tough. Any coach that you hear talk about him, they're like, that man.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the deal?
You got to bring it up where the foul was.
Gotcha. Yeah, now everyone will tell you, Jackie is as tough as they come. And his brother, I mean, so you got Jackie heading to Michigan in 2 years. Kevin Connery from Michigan, good friend of mine. She married cousins. He could not be more excited. He was up here 3 weeks ago watching his
John Offit with a move there.
Great shot. John Offit, the freshman, coming in, making an impact on this team. It's a great thing to see.
And it's what Wes desperately needs. I mean, it would be so easy to roll out this senior class, for as many minutes as you could give them, but to be able to get contributions from the 23s, 24s, and 25s. Mac Haley denied by Joey Greco.
Whoop, turn around. Check stick.
Nice work there as Richard Checo.
Sorry, I keep coaching on this thing.
No, that's all right. That's going to do it. We got ourselves a 2-2 ball game, boys. After 1 quarter of play, IMG Ascenders 2, St. John's Cadets 2. We want to take our first opportunity at the quarter break to say thank you to the Headstrong Foundation. You can find out all the awesome things they're up to at attackcancer.com. We will be talking to Jeff Baxter at halftime and get a full rundown of the many ways in which that foundation is doing some amazing things for communities that are directly linked to these 2 programs. A lot of these players, I believe, on both sides have participated in some lacrosse events that have supported the Headstrong Foundation. Thank you so much to the Headstrong Foundation for being a sponsor of today's game. Guys, 2-2 after 1 quarter. It feels a little bit tight. You know, there's not the free flowing loose. I'm feeling a little tightness from the stands. I'm actually hearing a lot of IMG. IMG travels extraordinarily well, which comes as no surprise to anybody. But you know, you're just looking for that one play or that series of plays that kind of changes everything here at Quinn Field.
Yep. These guys are good. You know, they know to be patient. Like I said, you know, several times. They are seasoned seniors that have started for 4 years. They've been in this situation. I would tell you, you know, the biggest key to today is what happens at X. These offenses have so much firepower on both sides of the ball that this battle that we're talking about, which is honestly it's one of my favorite parts of the game. You know, you got Jackie going against his former team. But if you can give your offense that much more of a opportunity, it's huge. You know, it's a momentum changer.
Yeah, they haven't felt each other out yet. This game is just starting to get underway here, but everything's going to be earned. These offensive possessions, the defense has been lights out. The goalies already have made a couple, crazy saves. This is going to come down to the wire. This isn't going to be a blowout here today that a lot of people are used to on Quinn Field.
No.
Looks like Connor Trant, we'll say his name, has been doing a good job there, the face-offs for IMG. Jackie Weller's riding him, and Connor.
There you go.
Connor Trant all the way for the shot. That's a face-off guy's dream, right? To get control and have a free lane all the way down for a shot.
100%. You know, the guys. You're seeing the defenders kind of lock off. They know this guy's not known to be a shooter.
And all of a sudden, next thing you know, you got a spot.
There you go.
Turnover.
Wow.
Connor
Unforced.
Layton.
See, that's things that really hurt you. You got a face-off guy, just won a huge one for you. And look at Big Tasty going deep,
His
60
passing
yards.
game is amazing. Vincent Trujillo.
Yep. What I love about Vinny is when he gets that ball, you just feel your blood pressure go down. He's always just making great decisions. He is as fast as they come. He's going to do great at Syracuse. He's just a smart decision maker and a true leader.
Luke Roa is always just taking that crow hop, trying to figure out a way to launch that howitzer of a shot he's got.
Luke has a short stick. He's going in the cage.
I tell you, Coach Spencer Wright, the head coach over there at IMG, that's a Syracuse alum right there, two-time All-American midfielder and national champion. So he'll be a fan of three of the Syracuse trio next year, but not so much today.
Offsides.
Coming back the other way.
Great job, Whitty. So the Whitty family, they have been a part of this program since 1986. There's been 6 flowing through. We got a big alumni support, and it's funny seeing how many throughout the years have flown through this program. They're an amazing family, just a great athletic breed, and I love that they have St. John's. There's a couple of them in the crowd today.
Awesome family, and don't they all just go to Mount St. Mary's? Because I know Kevin is.
Another offsides. Yep. I didn't hear the referees cue it, working their offsides.
Ooh, good strong
Mac
take.
Haley.
He wants it.
And the goal, Joey Greco's found himself in a couple one-on-none situations, and he's given a pretty solid effort against some of these attackers for the Cadets.
He's standing on his head right now.
Yeah.
So far, everything in the formula, the recipe for IMG to pull this W out is happening for them.
Yep. There you go.
Ryan Dunkel, upper 90, far side, giving the St. John's Cadets their first lead of the game.
Love it. That patience.
That home team announcer, Timmy Iuculano, loving every second of it.
Well, this isn't a team filled with 5 stars. It's a bunch of guys that play with grit, toughness, and they're not recruited by the Marylands and the UVAs and the Carolina. But these guys are nasty. And Ryan Dunkel, he's a 5-star. That guy, he's also probably the best kicker in the nation in high school football. We'll see what happens with him over that time. But
he's got options.
He certainly has got a few.
Jackie Weller.
He's got a brother kicking at
he
UVA.
Does.
There you go.
And his dad and Mac Haley's uncle played college football together at UVA.
What a play by Vinny. Did you just see that? falling underhand scoop to Dunkel.
That was beastly.
Chase Cavalier in along with Noah. Actually, that's John Offit.
Yeah, you got Landon Hyatt getting that second line in, giving the first line a break. Freshman.
He's not shy, the freshman. Yes, that's a good call by their official. That's exactly what happened.
St. John's, that's correct.
He got hit in the back as that pass was in the air. It hit him on the helmet because he didn't have a chance to catch it.
Chase Cavalier from behind. Coming in strong. Let's move that ball along. Shorty behind.
Offit working the the 0 degree angle. St. John's will hold possession. We got 8.5 to go here in the first half. Cadets on top 3-2 on senior day on an amazing Friday afternoon.
Dunkel got him tied up.
Dunkel looking to distribute from behind the goal. Comes around, and he's 1-0 with it.
What a save.
It's
Again,
incredible.
again.
The patience. He didn't go for either shot fake, held strong. What a save.
That's unreal.
Ryan Dunkel's not used to that level of I mean, maybe he is in practice. That's probably the best comparison he has going up against Caleb all day in practice.
Look at that rod. Force a turnover. We're going the other way. You got 3 triple threats. You know, yeah, they can play offense. They can, score. They can assist. But they ride, and they ride like no other.
A team that caused 10 first-half turnovers up at St. Anthony's in that battle of 1 versus 2.
Usually, to have that effect off the get is huge. Usually, it's third and fourth quarter. They're still pouring it on. These guys are like this attack units are relentless.
Blake and Connor will step off.
We got the first middies in.
John Draley up top.
Whitty. So Draley, sophomore, he's going to have some options.
Ryan Dunkel again. That's his spot.
Yeah.
And Joey Greco he couldn't move fast enough. That's almost like a power play pass in hockey. You work it to the spot. The goalie's got to move all the way from left to right, and Dunkel and the St. John's offense beat him to it.
Yeah, this trio of attackmen. Haley, Kelly, and Dunkel. Today, it's like, I think Dunkel's going to do it today. I think it might be his turn because they rotate. They're so unselfish. They don't care. They play so well together. But today, it seems like Dunkel's got the ability to find the angles to score at least 2. Does he have 2, or has he got that hat trick yet?
He's got 3.
Nice work by Luke Roa, by the way.
Huge face-off.
He
wrapped around. There you go. Holden, there you go. Good call.
Laundry on the field. We're going to get the call. It is a holding call.
Yep.
St. John's, man advantage.
Yeah.
Landon Hyatt.
Yeah, he's got a cannon from up top. Love it. If he's got his hands free, it's a G.
Could you guys do something about this weather? I mean, can we get a nice day out here at Quinn Field?
It feels like a fall day out here, to tell you
amazing.
the truth.
Well, these seniors earned it.
They sure did. Dunkel up top. Roa winds up, and he connects.
Low to high. Love it. Guys shooting.
And that was exactly what you just said, Kevin. Roa assists on the last one. Dunkel assists on that one.
Yes, and when Roa starts warming up, and we just had a perfect angle of that low to high, and it had some mustard on it, baby. He's going to get going here. That goal, he's been a little quiet here recently, but when he gets after it, you all right there?
We got a timeout, I believe, on the field. 5-2 is the score. Cadets up on IMG, 3-goal lead, taking a little bit of the momentum. At this point in time, Uncle Mo, I think, is sleeping on the couch here at on Military Road for the moment.
How many saves can Joey Greco make?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could be 8-2 easily right now, at least, and he's out there playing hard. But these guys have so many opportunities, and they've had so many shots. The Cadets have hit the pipe about 3 or 4 times as well. So That's a good timeout over there by IMG because, you know, when St. John's gets going, it's tough to stop.
And it's a true tribute to what Coach Speaks is about. There's so much talent, you know. Both teams, ton of talent. It's how you manage them. And you got guys that could easily take over a game and play hero ball, probably do too much. Well, they believe in the system and what Coach Speaks is doing, and they know they'll time will come. They draw and dish. Their time will come. They will score, and good things happen. It's consistent.
There's a reason why since 2017 he was hired here by Brian Griffin that he has more victories than any other WCAC coach in the conference. This guy has, this season, only one team in conference has remained within double digits of them. 13-4, Paul the Six hung in there and only lost by 9. So, you know, these are the type of guys. And we've got the cadets in the house, the championship football squad rolling in here.
What's going on?
You love to see it out here supporting the #1 lacrosse team in the country. Thank you, guys.
This
my man.
Every
Good to see you, Wyatt.
St. John's
That's
athlete
awesome, man.
for
I'll
each
tell
other.
you right now, man.
I love it.
It's awesome.
You know, just a senior class in general, not just with the lacrosse program, just across the board. It's just been a special year. It's a great time for St. John's. We have, to date, 11 championships throughout the program.
Oh, it's I was
Dennis
talking to
Hart's gonna have
Ashley and Dennis about that.
They
Yeah,
left at the weight room. You know, when they decided to like move those, like, is that Dennis and Ashley? They got it. That's a lot of heavy lifting.
You know, people always ask, like, you know, what's going on at St. John's? And I think if you talk to the coaches, they would tell you a huge, you know, credit goes to the new facility. You know, they are consistently spending time there, making things happen. They concentrate on the mobility, strength, and injury prevention. And knock on wood, these guys have stayed injury-free this season.
And remain as physical and quick. And Matt Smith's performance enhancement training situation, it's bizarre. What we've seen some of these kids showing up as 110-pound freshmen, what they look like now as juniors and seniors, oh, boy. You know, as a parent, you can't wait to see it.
I remember what the weight room looked like when we were here.
I do not, sir. I do not.
The lighting was a little off.
So
Weights a little rusty.
Logan Aiello coming back the other way, and there's a lot of jabbering on the other side of the field between the referee and the coaches. I'm not sure that that's what happened there, but they've been looking for a flag for about 2 minutes of game time. Luke Roa wants another one. That's Connor Shannon, 1-0, not 1, and he'll make his way off.
Connor Shannon showing some wheels there, and on a clear previously with some toughness. I'm telling you right now, his dad never had speed like that. What
Ryan Dunkel.
That is just that
from
is
an
big
absolute
time.
seeing eye assist.
Haley to Dunkel, that was beautiful. They just got a celebration penalty, I believe. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Is that what that is? I don't think
no,
it is.
No,
I think it's going to be on IMG.
It's not excessive celebration. That's going to be the other way. I was about to say, let those guys celebrate, man. That was nasty.
It was an amazing find. Mac Haley drew all the attention. And again, I was picking up a little bit on it. I'm still not convinced that we're you know, all the way in a bad situation, but it did seem like there was maybe some rough stuff happening on the other side of the field, some working of the refs, so to speak. And you never know how the referees are going to try to even stuff out by dead ball fouls. So
have yourself a day, Dunkel.
And I'll tell you right now, Patty Haley, the offensive coordinator over there, is loving what he's seeing right there on that play. He's been the offensive coordinator through 3 staffs. 3 different coaches have been the WCAC Coach of the Year. One thing they all have in common, Patty Haley was their offensive coordinator.
Ooh.
And how about this? Patty Haley came from IMG specifically to become the offensive coordinator here at St. John's. And he is digging the 6-2 lead here midway through the second.
Have so much respect for him, getting to be on the sidelines. And just seeing what he's about, he's a surgeon. He's picking up on things that a lot of people don't see, and it's working.
Whitty up top to Dunkel. Feeding Wyatt. There's that off the post. Greco got a little bit of a stick on it, too.
We will never see that ball again.
By the way, very kind of Jordan Seaton, Arturo Maddox,
and
Wyatt Hagan, guys that we have covered here in this league, on this field, right on the other side of the fence for years. Great guys out here supporting the #1 team in the nation.
Mac will get his. He is determined.
Got a ball just rolled off the bleachers on the field. Come on, someone's got to get that thing.
Oh, my. Great shot, Gavin Kelly. He is so tricky, and he always keeps the goalie guessing.
How about seeing him on ESPN Top 10 the other day, getting that hat trick in the second half at St. Anthony's?
Yep.
Absolutely.
What a thrill senior year. What an experience.
Luke Roa with a bullet.
15-yarder.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the windup we were talking about. That's the shot he's, more than capable of putting in the back of the net. Either corner, he's finding that upper 90 spot. Again, Joey Greco has had his hands full all day, and you're starting to see him get past him now. 7-2 lead for the home team as
if you're sitting at home right now as a WCAC coach scouting this game, probably with the volume turned way down because you can't listen to this anymore. You've run out of ink if you're taking notes there with the names you've got to write down, the guys you got to keep an eye on. And now you're saying Luke Roa's heating up, heading into the conference tournament. Man,
this is key. Get out of the way, ref. Great.
Weller controls the faceoff. Finds Dunkel.
Good, nice and relaxed. Let's get our guys in.
Gavin Kelly up to Noah Hall. Him and Chase Cavalier. Landon Wyatt. Dunkel inside. He gets an amazing feed. Chase Cavalier. It's like a shot pass. Dunkel into the middle of Joey Greco's vision, and then puts it down on the ground.
Same cut to the inside. They just ran. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's like an old football coach screaming, "Run it again, boys."
Absolutely. So coach speaks when he says, if you're on offense and you're standing still, you're doing something wrong.
Yep.
They keep those feet moving, and opportunities like that pop open. Great job, Dunkel.
Second quarter, vastly different than the first quarter. 6-0 in the second quarter for St. John's. There's Weller fighting for that face-off. It's going to be IMG ball. John Barry over to Julian. Target. And we apologize if I'm mispronouncing
Target.
that. It's Target.
Target.
Yeah. He's a pretty special young man, guys.
Amazing to watch.
He's very passionate about inclusion and diversity in the sport of lacrosse, and he volunteers his time for the Harlem Lacrosse Program. Donations and his time. He'll be spending time with that organization over the summer. Great story done by him on IMG's website.
Checo, long stick. He puts one in the back on senior day.
That's awesome. Told you early on, he is a human highlight reel. So comfortable with that ball in his stick. He always seems to be picking off passes and making big plays.
That's very cool for him on senior day.
Now you saw him start up with the goal in the IMG game, 14 seconds into a game.
Here's the replay on that. Just fun to watch these guys get the fruits.
Fun is
of
the
their
word.
labor.
They're having fun. They
Yep.
play for each other. You can tell that how they feel about each other. The culture that Wes has created is unbelievable. The program that it is now, that guy goes from, not just the WCAC Coach of the Year.
Jack Weller doing just about everything possible to keep that ball in the Cadets' possession. And he was every bit a part of
Look
that.
at you, Vin.
As we got a shot and a goal from Vinny Trujillo.
There you go, Vinny.
And that senior gets a goal.
And that senior gets a goal.
Man, they play such a crisp brand of lacrosse offensively. They're so sharp right now. I think, am I crazy? Wes has got to be the front runner for National Coach of the Year, man. This
Absolutely.
guy's, it's
Making his impact felt from the moment he stepped onto the campus. 2017, he has to learn everyone on this squad. This wasn't his team. He won a championship, and here we are 5 years later on the national level, #1.
And Jack Weller comes down with it. It was the hard way. A long ways from the faceoff circle, but he possesses it for the Cadets.
Getting our middies in, nice and settled.
the ball has been on this part of the field for the entirety of the last portion of the second quarter.
Yep. Thank you,
Noah
Jackie
Hall.
Weller, and thank you
Yes.
for the defense.
Wow.
From
Wow.
Gavin Kelly He kind of set up like he was going to make a pass and turn it into a shot. And it might have gotten Joey Greco looking for him to pass it to somebody.
So tough, so shifty. When you think there's no angle, he seems to find a way.
Kind of a shortened up motion too.
Yeah,
he had us fooled.
You got the goalie froze on the post, and he's able to make it happen.
Wow, these young guys playing at a high level right now.
We're going to get a look at Blake Boyd in the face-off circle here.
Air Force commit.
Ryder Mattingly and Connor Shannon. They'll try to possess for the Cadets.
Blake Boyd's a guy with plenty face-off experience coming from 2 years ago, Tim.
Yep. Now, you don't lose that. Got an incredible coach in Garrett. You know, he's an amazing face-off guy from UVA. And, yeah, it shows. Working with these guys. You know, speaking of the coaches, you got Big Tasty's dad, Rob Fyock, who is the goalie whisperer. You know, he's got a son at Penn State, Inside Lacrosse Player of the Week, you know, a couple weeks ago. And you got your son in high school, who's the #1 goalie in the country. What he's able to do is incredible. Look at them ride.
I mean,
Loose ball.
We got to have a nickname for Mr. Big Tasty.
Viggy to
Oh,
Fyock.
that was so
Gavin Kelly.
athletic.
Ballet on the sidelines. Almost kept it in.
That's Jerry Rice-esque right there. 2 feet down, horizontal to the field.
We got a timeout.
Drexel's got a special young man coming their way next year.
11-2. It's now a 9-0 run here in the second quarter for the Cadets. After what we called a pretty tight first, things have opened up a little bit for this offense.
I mean, quicker than a hiccup. That came out of nowhere, that 9-goal run, and all of a sudden these guys are playing and jumping around and having fun, and you see what they've been doing the last few weeks. We're getting a dose of it right here today.
Yeah, they score in bunches. You know, when they smell blood in the water, they go for it, and it's special. I mean, they move that ball. They don't just pass it to pass; they put it right on the money, so that you have options when you get that ball.
You also get the sense they got that like big brother mentality in a way. They found this spot over here in the second quarter. Dunkel especially, Gavin Kelly, to Joey Greco's right. And I'm sure Joey Greco can make a million saves from that spot, but they found it, and all of a sudden I think they put like 3 or 4 in a row from that one spot. But then they came from defense. Then the media started getting the action.
So they're no fools. Look over our shoulders. We got the sun going right into the goalie's eye from right here.
Yep.
The benefit of the coaching, the benefit of these seniors being in the program for 4 years under the tutelage of Wes Beeks, we're seeing what happens when you have a senior-laden group. There's a core group of seniors here, guys, that played together in rural Calvert County in grade school for the Cannons Club. They've endured a 90-minute commute for 4 years to get back and forth in order to be part of this place here at St. John's, combining with a bunch of guys from Montgomery County and Northern Virginia. A lot of people want to be right here to play their lacrosse right now, and it's now a nationwide factor.
You get those Calvert County boys, the Chesapeake Bay. That's the nestle cradle of lacrosse.
Bring them to the capital city.
Bring them on up.
Let them get coached up.
Tarjette working on Connor Shannon. He's like a gazelle. His speed is effortless.
Shocking, if you ask me.
Yes. Tarjette looking for a shot.
He's trying to score on his teammate at Ohio State. He's heading to Ohio State with Big Tasty, so that'll be good.
There's a bunch of guys that will be teammates at the next level playing in this game.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
Aiello working on Desio. Out to Tarjette. Connor Shannon draws that assignment.
The junior. Good Lord. That's the thing. We got a special senior class, but we got a lot of people backing them up.
23's got some big shoes to fill.
There you go, Vinny.
Connor Layden working his way around the crease.
That was a great
Ball's
effort.
bouncing around. Caleb Fyock. And here comes Checo. Nice and easy.
Ground ball
Desio.
machine. Keep pushing
Cleared
forward.
Vinny Trujillo gets it over to Dunkel. That's going to be a timeout for St. John's. We've got less than a minute to go here in the first half. Coach Speaks wants to talk it over. What's he what's he thinking?
You know, I'm going to go with he's going to say, let's start getting a little more of the seniors in. Let's work that ball around. Continue to be patient. But he's not going to take his foot off the gas. I promise you that.
No, and you can't. I mean, we said a little bit at the top of the show, and Kevin and I have now had the opportunity to be up close and personal, calling games for football, basketball, now lacrosse. Like I said before, if they're fielding a team, it's going to be one of the best teams in the country. They get off the bus looking just like any team you'd ever want to get off the bus. They're big, they're strong, they're physical, they're talented. You can't take your foot off the gas against a team like that because they're a second away from doing the same thing to you that you just did to them.
Correct. Nope, I mean, Coach Speaks smart. There's 52 seconds on the clock. You know, let's set something up. Let's go into halftime and, continue to get this ball rolling.
It'll be cadet ball. We'll see what the personnel comes out at. But I think we're going to get a healthy dose of 22s from here on out.
The fact that Vinny and Checo, both defenders, come down and score goals, that's special. Senior day, families all here. It's an amazing atmosphere.
It is. It's all the seats are filled. We got people on the hills. I mean, looks to me like there's probably about, what do you say, 1,500 people here?
Yep.
Maybe $2,000. I don't know. It's very cool. I know this. Wes Speaks has the football team in attendance doing push-ups after every goal. 6, 7 years ago, that was also not an option.
John Draley, the Luke Roa. Ball's going to find Dunkel. They're just moving it around. Roa with an absolute laser. And he got that ball to that upper right 90, and Joey Greco was shielded. Roa fired that thing over a defender that was between him and the goalie. The goalie had no chance.
He's so tough. He hides his stick so well. It's a goalie's nightmare. And when he lets go, it's 90 miles per hour.
And we got to teach the football guys. They got to bring a hat, and then after a hat trick, you got to throw it out on the field, right? But that's a double. I think Dunkel's got a hat trick, and now Roa just got his third right there. That's 2 hat tricks. What do you call that, Tim? Is there a name for that? A haberdashery? What do we got here? It's a lot of hats.
Fido.
There you go. Fedora, is that you're going with? Fido?
Connor Trant with the face-off win for IMG. They get a quick shot off as Urksa now looking to go to work. He's passing it over to Jim Dismukes. Ball on the ground. Desio clear, long clear. That'll be a turnover. Go back to IMG.
Great job, settled D. For them to come out and score 2 goals like they did, that was shocking. But they're not tough. I mean, they're a tough team. They've got more to show us.
They haven't seen a team like this on their schedule.
No.
Remotely close to what they're looking at right now.
Ball bounces away.
That's a lot of turnovers today.
Logan Aiello couldn't track it down. The long clear. There's another long clear. That was the end of the first half, and that's why you saw the long pass there. We are going to come back a little bit before the beginning of the second half. In fact, what we're going to do is talk to the Headstrong folks now. Opportunity. We'll start off by saying thank you to the Headstrong Foundation and all the amazing work that they're up to. We're going to get a chance to talk to Jeff. Joined by Jeff Baxter. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Oh, it's a beautiful day out here.
We're sorry about the weather. Sorry we couldn't dial up a better one for you. The Headstrong Foundation. We told people earlier, attackcancer.com. Get involved, find out what they're up to. But can you give us a little bit of background on how the Headstrong Foundation was started, and some of the work that you guys are up to?
Sure. So we were started 15 years ago by a student athlete named Nick Calori. He was a sophomore at Hofstra University when he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He was a Division I long pole, gritty, undersized lineman. When you're playing high school football and then you go play lacrosse, he was one of those gritty competitors. Played for John Danowski at Hofstra before Dino went to Duke. But Nick was diagnosed. He had to come back to Philadelphia to get treated at University of Penn. But during that time, he was a 19-year-old kid. He was seeing everything that was happening to his family, emotionally, financially. And he said to his mom, I want to make a difference when I get past this cancer. And I want to use my platform as a student athlete to do so. At one point, he was highlighted on ESPN. So prior to social media, Nick got his word out, what he wanted to do. Unfortunately, his battle went the wrong way, and we lost Nick. But his mother promised him she would make something out of his life and legacy. And since then, we've been able to raise over $24 million for families nationwide.
Wow.
And $1 was raised in lacrosse. Coach Tierney at Hofstra was just at a dinner the other night when they were playing Villanova in Philadelphia. He said $1 was raised at one of our events, at a lacrosse event. And lacrosse helped us take flight. And now we're a little past lacrosse. Not past lacrosse, but we're growing outside of lacrosse, because Nick was a student athlete. He was a servant leader. And so what we try to do is mimic what his experience was in the hospital and what he went through, and help families just like him, and just be a teammate in the fight. And we've got some athletes out here today. The Wellers, Jackie and Henry from St. John's, and the team at IMG actually played in one of our tournaments down in Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, in the beginning of the season. They've been raising funds and using their platform as a top player in the country here. These two are probably the top. I know St. John's is #1, but they all have a platform, and we want these student athletes to use their platform for a positive thing, and that's helping others.
So you talk about Jack and Henry and the involvement of the IMG Lacrosse program. You guys, they were playing up at Lake Placid?
Yes, we had last year we had our inaugural Lake team attack cancer. Players from all over the country played on a team in the Summit Lacrosse Classic. And from there, we said to the boys, go back to your towns and your communities and bring us with you. Be an influencer in your community, on your team, in your lacrosse program. And that's what those guys have done. We've gone to schools like McDonough, Loyola Blakefield, here at St. John's, and IMG, and just kind of went deeper into their lacrosse community, and they brought us along with them, telling their teammates about what the foundation does and what it does for others, and why they wanted to be a part of it. And we're getting more and more people. We have over 1,500 student athletes, mostly lacrosse players right now, taking part in Attack Cancer. I think we've raised $175,000 in 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing. And usually by the end of the year, we'll raise $250,000 with Attack Cancer, and those funds will go directly to support families, whether it's paying a mortgage, helping them travel to a hospital stay or their family's hospital stay, some emotional support, things in the hospital, all the things that Nick faced and battled while he was in the hospital at University of Pennsylvania. But now we're kind of starting to spread out to across the country. We've got this really national footprint because of the sport of lacrosse.
Are you you're headquartered up in Philly?
We are. We're headquartered outside of Philadelphia in the town Nick Cavalori grew up in. And so we've got a really great support system in the greater Philadelphia area, but our lacrosse brotherhood and sisterhood have taken us nationwide, which is amazing.
The lacrosse community is amazing now. We grow up, in Maryland, you just grow up with a stick in your hand. Even if you don't make it to play for a team like St. John's, which most people obviously don't, but it is special, and in a just kind of a really cool evolution. It's year round now, right? I mean, look, beyond just we always talk about kids specializing in one sport when they're young, and if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But kids are playing lacrosse year round, and it is a very unique community because it's a sport, but there's a culture associated with it, and more often than not, it's that grassroots, hyper local.
Right.
It's families. You always see kids playing. On the sidelines. That's what lacrosse has always meant to me. My brother played it. He was a very good player. I was not a very good player, but it was everyone kind of came out for it, and so it's amazing that is benefiting, the work that you guys are trying to do.
And Nick left this for his family and for us. I think he knew he wasn't going to make it, and at one point he was like, I got to leave something behind, not only for others, but for my family. And when you talk to the Cavalori family, who I work personally with day in and day out, this was started at their dinner table. And, we raise about $4 million a year annually for a small foundation. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome,
it's amazing.
right? And probably raise about $2 million a year just in the sport of lacrosse. And a lot of times what we do is take the funds that we raise and we support families within the sport of lacrosse, because somebody will raise their hand and they'll say, I've got an aunt, I've got an uncle, my mom's suffering, like what can we do? I had a boy that's going to Bryant next year. He plays for Bishop Hendrick in Rhode Island. He's pledging his ground balls, hustle stat, right?
Yeah.
He reached out and said, I know I've been doing this campaign. One of my good friends lost his senior year to leukemia. He had to stop playing. He was a star football player on our team. He was a star lacrosse player. Can we do something for him? And we turned around. We got Noah's information, and we were able to, send his mom to Boston while they were going through a bone marrow transplant. They didn't have to pay any fees for hotels. And so, that was just brought about by a high school student, a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid who was rallying his community, but at the same time was, selfless and thought of his team.
Sure.
And, that's what it's all about. And Attack Cancer, we're trying to build it in the likeness of Nick and manifest, what he wanted, what he would, if he was here, what he would have wanted. The two gentlemen coaching IMG, Brett Moyer and John Kaiser,
Yep.
we're teammates in Nick. Brett was a teammate in high school and college at Hofstra. We interviewed him before the game, and quite frankly, they brought us all to tears, telling us some stories about Nick and selfless attitude and how he was a leader on the field and just unforgettable teammate. And everything we do as at Headstrong, try to reflect that. Be a teammate for families in the fight.
Can you tell people how they can find you? And how they can get involved with Headstrong.
Sure. You can easily go to headstrong.org for general foundational information. Attackcancer.com, again, is for youth and high school student athletes that want a pleasure performance on the field. They don't have to be a lacrosse player. It could be any athlete. We do it all year round. We also do a couple other national campaigns through college lacrosse. But to find out the most information on Headstrong, with headstrong.org.
Awesome. We appreciate it.
Thank
you so much for being here today, enjoying this amazing day of lacrosse with us.
I don't think there's any other place I'd want to be
this
right now.
Is
it's gorgeous.
It is absolutely glorious. We will remember Headstrong, and we'll make sure to pump information in our subsequent lacrosse broadcast for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I want to give a shout-out to the Wellers. They invited us to come be a part of this game today, and we're really excited. Jackie and Henry are playing their butts off right now on the field.
They sure
really
are.
Cool. So it's great to see them dominating the face-off.
Well, that's what he does. All right. Well, we're going to be right back in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, with the second half of action. 12-2 is your score. We got 2 more quarters to go. We'll see you in 2 minutes. And we are back for another half. 2 more quarters, 12-2, home team up. Jack Weller picking up where he left off with a face-off win. Cadets on the attack. Dunkel back with the ball. Vinny Trujillo races off. Luke Roa, he'll get a first touch here in the second half. And they're going to ease into it. Joined by Kevin Ricca, Tim Iuculano.
Here's Draley.
We got a ball in the field. Referee's going to get that off. I just noticed that myself. I mean, that's a turned ankle right there. You got to be careful.
Exactly. So here's Draley, sophomore year. He got some playing time last year. Just a solid kid, a coach's son, and comes from an amazing family.
Big body.
Yeah, I mean, Coach would tell you his parents are what you dream of to walk off to the sideline to. There's, we got to go.
Inside, Mac Haley with the feed, and that's John Draley on cue, I believe.
Speaking of Draley.
And that was, I mean, Mac Haley drew the defense all the way out and fed that ball right into the heart of the Ascender defense.
Yeah, these guys are playing at a high level on offense right now. Everything is clicking. It's after a slow start in that first quarter, boom.
And just what we're talking about, Draley. He just kept his feet. He initiated, passed it, kept his feet moving, found the open spot, and these guys have their heads up.
And I like that you say that about the parents. His parents were actually the First Amendment Sports Parents of the Week during the pandemic when we were calling a game down here for their,
sure were.
That's
for their
not
efforts
surprising.
off the field.
Dunkel just lost his band.
He gets underneath, and he gets handled by the Ascender defense. Hope he's all right. He'll walk that off.
Yep.
He made about 15 moves in about 3 seconds and then took a tough fall.
He's good. He's walking it off.
Ryan Sforzo with the ball up top for IMG.
Ryan Sforzo, man, this kid heading to Notre Dame is a Harvard Book Award recipient. That kid is way smarter than anyone I usually hang out with.
Wait, I resemble that.
Well,
IMG working it around. Urxa getting an introduction to Figgy. Target. 25 on the shot clock.
You're doing a great job on that name, by the way.
It's my only job.
So that's Henry Weller, Jackie's older brother. He's a sophomore.
8 seconds on the shot. Target in the box. 3, 2. They're not going to get it off.
Throw it away.
locked down. I mean, when you're that far away from the net with 7 seconds left on the shot clock, it's over.
They hear that whistle, they go.
Checo.
Chase Cavalier, good job.
There's Chase. He's going to get worked on there by John Barry. Flag in the air. Got some referees in the stands.
Send Noah Hall to Landon.
Landon wide up top. Back to Hall. Shot clock running. We're about 45 seconds on the shot clock. Chase Cavalier. Delayed penalty.
Don't move on that pick.
You say they killed the flag?
I think the pick.
The pick.
Yeah, he leaned into that pick, so I think they stopped the play.
Okay. Well, we're going to get a man-up advantage here.
Like to get it behind.
Dunkel looking underneath, and I mean, that was finding a guy in traffic. It's Gavin Kelly.
Stays here.
draws the foul. It'll stay St. John's ball. Mac
Right back to him.
to Ryan. There you go. And that ball found the 3 inches of space between the pipe and Eddie Perry's knee.
I adore the celebration. There just isn't one. Mac is just, he goes over and he does the handshake and he just kind of walks back, and that's how you do it right there.
It's good. He's so good at using those screens. Shot it right 5-hole.
We had a good angle of that.
And he changes his shot up all the time. That's how you know who a good shooter is. They keep that goalie guessing. And this is a new goalie in Cage.
Yeah, Eddie Perry. Jack Weller secures another faceoff for the Cadets.
Way bigger in the net and a Providence commit. He's about 6'3".
He's covering up a lot of space. John Draley.
Love that you have Parents of the Week.
Got to have Parents of the Week.
Well, after their performance the week before, it was impossible not to award them. And hey, Dave Draley running the Warriors lacrosse program, that is one of the pipelines for a lot of the young men going in to play local lacrosse, and there's no better lacrosse than the local lacrosse. So we're talking about some high-level youth lacrosse here, and people that donate a lot of their time for these kids to improve.
Dunkel, save, Eddie Perry. As a coach yourself, both of you guys are coaches, none of this gets done without parents. Parents, we got a flag on IMG.
Dunkel,
I think it's
helping them make the calls. But parents, they wake
up
up early in the morning. They're getting kids to 4 or 5 different places. Over the pandemic, you couldn't even practice as a team. You had units practicing together over here. Another half of your team practicing in another spot. Parents trying to figure out they're working during the day, getting these kids all over the place at all times throughout the last 2 years. Parents have absolutely saved the day in the youth sports scene. And the reward is you show up for senior day today to watch a young man who's gone through 4 years of this with a coach like Wes Speaks after dealing with the pandemic, and you get this. This is the cherry on top of all the time spent on 495, 270, and 66, and everywhere else that these people have had to go. But it's pretty awesome, and I think all the parents would agree that this is worth it.
Special. They're doing a pig roast after the game. Just got the invite. I'm pretty pumped.
I'm going to see if I can get myself a little invite on in there.
Sounds like, did you get a +2? I'm guessing you did.
I hear about a pig roast. I go to a pig roast.
Flag was picked up, I believe.
Good rod.
A.J. Stratton advancing it for IMG. Sforzo now going to work for the Ascenders offense. At one point in time, they were up 1-0 and then 2-1, and that's been all Cadets since then. All.
There's Figs. Just
Figs giving Sforzo everything he can handle. Target.
Correction, that was actually Weller.
What a catch. And deflection by Big Tasty.
Was that Henry? That was Henry. You're
right.
right.
Yeah, it was. He's big for a sophomore. Look at that line drop.
Sick.
Just unreal.
What an incredible passer, man.
You wouldn't know that's a goalie stick he's working with. Look at that.
Gavin Kelly.
Did it go in?
Yes, it did. Little BTB.
Hey, ESPN might be knocking on the door again this week, man.
What a play. We'll get another look at that, I'm sure, here on the instant replay. There it is.
Oh.
Roa with an absolute seed of a pass to get it in there.
They sure make it fun to watch, don't they?
They do.
I mean, that started off with Big Tasty with all the flavor he needs back there with that stick, man. He's nasty with it. He is so cool to watch. He's fun. He plays with panache, man, the way he works that stick.
Jack Weller is a magician
he's a beast,
in the face-off circle.
Good spin move. Yeah, with Big Tasty, I don't know what you say his weakness is, because in the cage, he's a beast. He takes up, the majority of the cage. He stops everything. It's a constant sprint to the other side and making 60-yard passes. He is always making plays. It's just fun to be a part of that defense.
And best nickname in the lacrosse universe.
This is true.
Dunkel riding Target, and he's got an open net. as Eddie Perry was a long ways from the goal.
There's your 5-star #1 player in the 2024 class right there. He's all of it.
Wherever he wants to go.
Well, he saw it. All he had to do was man up the guy with the ball, because if he was able to put that ball on the ground, there was nobody covering that net.
He's tough as nails. We were just talking about him kicking off and running down and making sticks on kickoff tee, man. He's an all-around phenomenal athlete.
See if I can get the push to get him to go to Marist. He can play football, lacrosse, and we'll give him some runs in basketball too.
Get him the rock. Let him go to work. I mean, what St. John's has been doing to people this season, it's just it's merciless. You know, they just 16-2 against the number 17 team in the country who hasn't lost yet. They've got some big wins against some major programs. They've got the commits you were talking about. We're talking about Denver and Maryland and guys all over the place that can play. This is not supposed to be happening this way.
These guys aren't going to lose. These guys haven't lost like this very often, and they're not going to lose like this very often at the places where they're going. But yeah, it's a special situation you got here on Military Road.
It's a tribute to the WCAC. I mean, how tough this is. So when you see a close game there, I mean, look at what we're doing right now. It's a third quarter, 16-2. These guys can play, and the competition, the Gonzagas, the DeMathis, the PVI, they're all right there, and they would do the same kind of damage, I feel like, in this game too.
Yeah, you talk about riding a wave into tournament time right now. They've got all kinds of momentum, and they're firing it on all cylinders. There's nothing about them. There's no weakness right now. You know, the game started off a little slow. What's the Cadets' weakness? You know, I mean, there's a lot of guys out there trying to figure that out right now. I certainly don't know.
It's not the defense.
It's not.
And how about this day, fellas? I mean, aside from you two outside HR playing hacky sack, what else do you want to do on a Friday like this? I mean, I'm sorry that got interrupted for you both, but, you know, here we are, and this has been awesome. Tim, been awesome working with you, brother.
Absolutely. Oh, this is fun.
My hacky sack game is terrible right now, but who can absolutely make it? Luke David.
I thought you were going to say T-Bird. I really did.
T-Bird.
I was feeling T-Bird Strachan coming
You
right
watch
there.
Tim Strachan and Luke David. That hacky sack won't touch the ground for hours.
And a Matt Seal appearance every now and then just to save the day. Hey, here we go, boys. Back at it.
Just under 6 to go in the third quarter. 16-2. Cadets lead. Ascenders on possession. Connor Trent going to work for the Ascenders. Trey Sakis.
Oh, who do we have here? Let's go 91.
That's Trey.
You know, if you whisper, Coach, we can still hear you.
Interception.
There you go.
Boy.
Luke Musser was the one who got his stick on that.
Luke's got some jets.
Patrick O'Donnell bringing
it
down.
Are you?
We're going to have a flag, but not before, I believe that's Luke Musser with the goal.
That's awesome. So Luke is going to Georgetown, you know, not for lacrosse. This kid is the full package. You know, as good of a kid as get. He was a finalist for valedictorian.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we were told by Coach Speaks, he's the guy. He's the guy he's the hardest working guy in practice. Everyone follows his lead. He's a program guy. He's the guy the entire team loves. Whole coaching staff loves. He does every single thing the right way. No one works harder. And when number 26 gets a goal, that's why people go nuts.
Let me tell you what just happened. Big Tasty just sprinted 65 yards to the sidelines to give him a big hug on the sidelines. Off the field, you see he's not in the net right now. He took off to go be a part of that before they got the stoppage in play. He just came off the field to go give a big hug to his teammate. These guys love playing with each other. They love each other, and it shows here out on the field, man.
That's what it's all about. It's a big family. Proud to be a part of it.
Man up for the Cadets as there was a dead ball foul on IMG. Matt Haley, to Luke Roa. Little two-man game. There's dangerous number 4 behind the net.
Keep moving. Look at that inside.
Gavin Kelly just freezing the defender.
I mean, he backpedaled 7 steps and pump faked 3 or 4 times.
The patience to do that in the middle of the field where you can get whacked by anyone and just takes his time, finds his spot, and nails it.
The spatial awareness was remarkable.
Chris Kappelman, he's going to get a shot here, facing off for IMG against Jack Weller. 18-2 Cadets.
So you got Henry Weller on the wing. We're pumped about him, sophomore.
This team's playing on a whole new level. Guys, it's remarkable to watch, but I keep looking at that scoreboard in disbelief.
Kappelman can't control it, but you know who can? Figgy.
Big Tasty with the bounce
I
pass.
love the bounce pass.
Big
To
fundamental.
Patrick O'Donnell.
Who has that in their arsenal?
He plays with such swagger. I love it.
Miles Farrington
Yeah,
on the field here for the Cadets.
it's his senior year as well.
Mac Haley. You know, now you got guys like Mac Haley, Gavin Kelly, some of these guys, you know, they're going to be looking for those Luke Mussers and Miles Farringtons on senior day.
Jack Pillow with the ball, senior.
Heading to Mount St. Mary's, I believe.
Yeah, him and Whitty.
Guys, I don't want to bring this up, but the Cadets have hit the post about a dozen times. I know that in that first half, Joey Greco made about 4 or 5 remarkable saves. It's 18-2. It could be worse. It's nothing against IMG. It's just the way the Cadets are playing, man. They're on fire. It does not look like a high school lacrosse team.
Chase Cavalier will find Jack Pilla. He's working inside the box. 35 seconds to go on the shot clock. He draws 2 defenders and the foul. And there's a save by Eddie Perry, but that'll be a penalty on IMG as Pilla, you can pick which one of those IMG defenders you can call it on. I think the referee, he's just eeny-miny mowing it.
And let's give a shout out to the IMG senior class. I know this is their last game. Those guys have won 9 games. They've had a tough couple years. These guys come from all over the country down there, and they are a bit of a family themselves, and you can see how well they travel. And the people down here, we hope you're enjoying Washington, D.C. If you're up here and if you're listening to the broadcast, we appreciate it. Your kids are playing tough, and this is just a really high-level Cadets offense right now, and it's humming.
Haley gets to the back of the net.
Yep, we got all
feet up top.
Got all seniors out there right now. Coach Speak is going to get them a lot of playing time right now.
Tough pass. Midfield is where Chase Cavalier. Nope.
Yeah.
Yep, Chase Cavalier, Gavin Kelly, Landon Wyatt.
He has the ball still. Hidden ball trick. One-on-one with the goalie. Goal. Great job, Jack Pilla.
Jack Pilla.
Lots of seniors getting their name
Another
in the box
22.
score today.
At this point in time, it's the passing. I mean, you got like we said, you know, we got the guys looking for their guys, and making the extra pass, and finding themselves in one on zeros with the goalie.
You're subbing out the attack, but yeah, now he got him with the great, fake pass. Had the ball on his stick, and just like they do, they keep moving without the ball. Jack Pilla got open, took his time, and buried it low.
This offense runs so clean. Everything is so crisp. It's just, it's remarkable.
Jack Weller controlling for the Cadets. Thomas Vandenberg on him.
I love that play.
Yeah.
The old Ozzie Smith.
You couldn't do that on the old field. That's a beautiful thing about turf.
Going to look here at Christian Davis, class of 24.
And you notice
Jack Morad.
The ball movement and the crisp passing doesn't skip a beat no matter who's in there.
Yeah,
it sure doesn't.
Well, and the intensity. They don't stop. They keep riding. We just turned another turnover. When you do that all week long in practice, and it's your time to get in the game, you're ready.
Michael Lay behind the net there for the Cadets.
I mean, Tim, is it safe to say this is clearly the best team in St. John's College history.
I mean, this is one of the most dominant #1 teams we've seen.
I just wanted you to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Delayed penalty.
No shame in saying that.
How special is that on Senior Day to know that you have made history here?
A legacy, a mark.
This will be a Hall of Fame team. There will be multiple kids entering the Hall of Fame off of this team. And it's such a special team. It's going to be one that we talk about for many years, I believe.
Absolutely. We knew in 4 years when these guys came into the school, big things were going to happen. Huge.
Vandenberg working on Teo Pinati.
That was a good shot. Came top side. High bouncer.
Tim, I like that you say that because it's around here. You know, it's not talk about it. It's let's be about it. And this group of seniors, this particular year, the home game versus #2 Gonzaga right here. That was pressure packed. They go on the road to Baltimore earlier in the year at Calvert Hall in front of the lacrosse royalty of all the East Coast, and they packed the house that night, getting ready to watch Baltimore's #1 take down the Cadets. It was 2-1 halftime St. John's. It wound up 13-5. Mac Haley puts 5 goals on that second half. They've got that win. They're coming here today to defend their title, their turf against IMG, a team that has beaten them up in the past, and that's not the case today. These guys have gotten it done all around the nation and right here at home. Really putting DC lacrosse, WCAC lacrosse, and the Cadets lacrosse program on the map.
They put in the work. I mean, practice is no joke. These seniors know what it takes, and they've proven it time and time again. I would say what Coach Speaks is so great at is situational awareness. We practice all of that. You know, down 1, 30 seconds left. How are you going to handle it? And, you know, when it comes to it in the game, they've practiced it so many times. It's you know, you're not guessing.
Nice feed.
Oh, we got AJ
Brandon
in the goal.
Urksa gets on the board. Nice pass right across the goal there to a wide open Urksa.
Good for Brandon Urksa. You know,
Yep.
you gotta feel good about a future Terp coming into town and having a good experience. And you know, he's only about 10 miles away from where he's going to spend the next 4 years of his life, and wish him the best.
Ryan Hinton, I think, is checking in there on D for the Cadets.
There you go.
He needs a growth spurt.
His mom, Susan's been huge for this program. Really working with us, fighting for us. You know, very appreciative. Son Collins at Jacksonville. Desio will be joining them next year.
Has a couple Conference Player of the Weeks under his belt this season down there.
And there's Hinton working on D. That's going to draw the laundry. Every referee found their flag on that one. And there's another one. Now all 4 flags are down. It might be 2 fouls here.
I think Luke Mooser might have had something that he had to get off his chest.
After he scored his goal, he got an extra late hit.
Yes.
That's why we got that ball back.
So the 3 flags came out for the push in the back. And then they're
just throwing the flags.
Now there's just flags everywhere.
To be fair, they were thrown at them first.
Yes.
You know, you always get the second guy in, but that's...
Those flags were thrown at the players.
Well...
So what kind of a man advantage do we have here? 2?
Waiting to see. No, we got 1.
Okay, I got you. We're going to get a horn.
They held the ball, so they don't have to face off next quarter. They'll start with the ball.
That's it. 3 quarters in the books. St. John's Cadets up 19-3 over the IMG Academy Ascenders. This quarter break, we'll take the opportunity to say a special thank you to our sponsor today, the Headstrong Foundation. Hope you had a chance to listen to us talk to the head of Headstrong Foundation, Jeff Baxter. Drove down from Philly today to be a part of this amazing day of lacrosse. AttackCancer.com. Go to the Headstrong Foundation online at headstrong.org. They are doing some amazing things and supporting, basically they're supporting people in our community. So we should be supporting them. So if you have an opportunity to get involved and get engaged, please do so.
Yeah, and we're really proud to be a part of it as well.
It's the coolest thing, Kevin.
Yeah.
That's as you know, we come around to these schools in the WCAC, and we just get to be around amazing people, get to be around, you know, people doing amazing things for the community. I mean, I don't know how we get to be so lucky, but I hope some of it's rubbing off. You know what I mean? Every time you get a chance to stand next to a guy like that, he's raised $20-30 million for families who are going through absolute hell, and supporting them in every way possible. Like that, you just want to be around people like that. You just have to.
It's freaking amazing, is what it is. I sat here and was listening to you guys, and you're just blown away by someone that would have the wherewithal to look out for others at that level. And man, like I said, I'm super proud to be just standing over here with this conversation.
We're going to get a goalie change. Caleb Fyock has seen his last action today. AJ in between the pipes.
Yeah, AJ Sakowitz, he's great. I mean, he's been working with Rob, Big Tasty's dad. He's fantastic. He was playing JV last year, just shut down the entire season. I mean, he was such a force.
Do you ever think he thought he'd be called Big Tasty's dad?
Nothing about that sounds appropriate.
Well, he certainly knows what he's talking about. That's a fact.
We're underway here. Last frame of the day. The Ascenders get started at the fourth quarter. A man up. And they've been looking for a way inside this defense all day long, and AJ gets his first save. Loose ball there in the crease.
He stepped in the crease. Then we got to push.
They'll sort it out down there. Looks like it's going to stay down for the Ascenders. Connor Layden, he'll get things started here. Urksa, haven't seen Tarjette in a hot minute. Hope he's all right. Johnny Macarone, you'll find Logan Aiello. Flag on the field. Nice feed and a good shot there by Johnny Macarone, the Ohio State bound Ascender. We'll see what this flag's all about, because it couldn't have been farther away from the play. I think Luke Musser ran over there to make sure the referee. I was nowhere near anything, but no, he's gonna sit this one down. Luke will count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still got 5 cadet defenders out there.
What's the call? We should just come over here and tell us what's going on.
Yeah. Well, need the info. IMG on offense. Down by 16, looking to carry just a little bit of something positive out of here in this fourth quarter. Get something going. Feel good about some possession.
Yeah, it's tough, man. They're staring down a 17-1 run, and that's when the game just took a turn for the Cadets.
Nice feed inside, and there's the goal. I believe that's Urksa. He'll get another one. IMG on the board. We'll see who comes out for the faceoff here. Looks like we're getting another faceoff guy here, Tim.
Who we got?
Charlie Musser.
Oh, yeah. Charlie getting a run? No, that's. Yep.
Yeah,
Luke's brother.
And Luke's here. It's brothers all day. We either have the 2 Wellers or got the two Mussers. St. John's wins the faceoff.
Absolutely. Kelly Thompson.
Here comes Luke. Head of steam.
So he's getting hungry.
And he gets.
Could he do it?
Wow.
Another goal. The defense pushed him right in to exactly where he wanted to go. And Luke gets his second on senior day.
I would say, yeah, determination is how I would describe that. He went through about 3 or 4 guys, withstood a bunch of checks, and
yeah, ultimately got pushed right into the place he wanted to be.
I so love every bit of that.
Patrick O'Donnell now here on the near side. Charlie will try to go to work again on the face-off for the Cadets.
Yeah, you can't hold him.
All right, Thomas Vandenberg.
Quick whistle.
Connor Layden. Get an intro there to Ryan Hinton.
Big boy.
That is covering some real estate, number 2. I always like the single-digit numbers on the biggest players on the field.
Older brother, 2017 Player of the Year in the
Yep.
WCAC.
That's right. Logan Aiello. What a shot. Urxa,
Absolutely stung the corner.
that ball was as upper 90 as you could possibly be. We had the perfect angle for it.
I love our angle.
Yeah.
I love. We have a lot of shots that we get to see unfold, and we see. You know, the goalie was he was hidden, he was screened away, and that ball was put perfectly in that top right.
They know where the cameras are.
And I know there's a lot of people here today that root for the team up the road in College Park, and they'll let that 20-5 goal go through it and root on the future Terp. Great shot. Mac Upton for IMG on the faceoff. He controls it for him. They go back on attack. A little pep in their step. And there's Target. 9.5 to go. Jimmy Dismukes for the Ascenders. Michael Morin
Going to
out
say
there.
number 92, Michael Morin checking into the game.
Yeah, love to see it. Played JV last year. Good, tough kid. Unforced turnover.
Coach Speaks really getting everyone on the field here now.
There's a lot of guys in the field.
Yeah, what's going? Oh, Luke Mustard. I thought he had his eyes open on. That was an empty net there for a second.
Yeah, they pulled the goalie. I think Luke used his offhand. Oh, he just went out of bounds. We'll let that one go.
That's nice of you, Coach.
Michael Clark getting it back to Eddie Perry. He's showing some handles as he gets introduced there to Jack Morad. And now that goalie's a long way from home.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's getting chippy.
Quick start. Eddie Perry back in goal. I mean, what are you thinking when you're a player on the field and that ball is loose and you know the goalie's nowhere near the net?
Hits a quick whistle, get that ball out of your stick, someone down the field.
Especially, you know, now at this point in the game, you got a lot of guys on the field who might not have seen a ton of minutes.
Been waiting for this opportunity.
That's right.
Reps, man, reps. In a program like this is awesome for these guys.
Zach Webb working on Julian Target.
You got Zach Webb out there going against a guy that's signed committed to Ohio State. This is nothing but good for him.
Nice save there by Eddie Perry as Jack Pilla put it right on him.
That's the difference.
Long clear. It's inside. Around the back.
What? Around
the back. Yeah, around the back didn't go in. It stayed loose. I don't know who they're going to give this goal to. I'm going to guess Connor Layden.
Heck of a shot.
Yeah, I think that was Johnny Macarone with the around the back. IMG controls the face-off quickly into the stick of the Cadets. Anthony Mancinelli in the back.
Yeah, a lot of young talent. They're excited about Anthony.
Mike Leahy. Up top, that's Christian Davis. Teo Panatti.
So they pulled a lot of guys from the JV team. They're all getting the run right now.
Timothy Hutchinson, he's into the box now.
Consider they get a stick.
Jack Morad. Cadets will work it here. They got a delayed penalty. Let's see what this unit can put together here.
This is Teo. This kid's a stud. He's going to have a great next 2 years. Sophomore now, tore it up in JV. Ooh, good move.
Nice cut there by Michael Leahy. Had the angle. Giving up a lot of size there to that Ascender D.
Where'd that sun go?
The shadows are creeping over the sidelines and onto the field. This gorgeous fall day. Wait, that's not true. It's May. It feels like it, though. Kevin Ricca's favorite view in the world, standing
I mean, you know I love it.
in this spot looking in that direction at Rock Creek Park.
I mean, just in D.C. here, we have an amazing – Rock Creek Park is just amazing.
Yep.
I love it. It's right here in our backyard at St. John's. It's always been a backdrop to the #1 team in the area in football and the #1 team in the nation in lacrosse. I mean, what's better than that, Ken? And
Coach Gibbs putting up quite a baseball team. They got the same thing going on the other side of these goalposts.
How about this? Today's starting lineup had 8 of 9 left-handed hitters in it. Like, that's just crazy. And I know one of my coach, Andrew Powers, out there hit a dong last week and had a couple doubles, and I know he's a heck of a player from over there at the Woods Academy. And I also know this, that these cadets, man, they've won a lot of titles. And there's not a lot of losing going on over here in the springtime on campus at St. John's. That's a fact.
No, and, you know, it's they're doing big things. They're sending people everywhere. Harvard,
no doubt.
This senior class, we got Harvard, Brown, Stanford, Georgetown, Georgia Tech, Michigan, Notre Dame, Syracuse, North Carolina. I mean, Naval Academy, you name it.
That's crazy. And they just walked off Gonzaga 2 days ago. I know that they were super happy about that at a home game. And, you know, good for the cadets and good luck to those guys in the tournament coming up.
Just over 6 to go. We got a 20-6 game here in the fourth quarter. Coach Speaks getting a lot of players some action. We'll follow. We'll try to keep up. Miles Farrington, getting a look at him. Anthony Mancinelli up top.
Good move. Oh, wow. Good man ball.
Anthony Mancinelli really using everything he's got to body up a guy twice the size.
Love it.
And he'll start with the ball. And you get the sense we've seen the last of some of the frontline guys here this afternoon. Mancinelli with a shot. Stop, Eddie Perry. And he's on the run. He is not afraid to get out of that crease. Ascenders with the clear. Elijah. We got a flag. Referee has just disinvited Eddie Perry from the contest, I believe. And we have another flag. Don't know what the next level of disinvitation there is here.
It's not how you want to end this.
No. We got a new goalie here coming in for, unless that's Joey Greco coming back. I don't know how many goalies they brought today.
I think they only dressed 28. I didn't see a ton of guys over there.
No, that's Joey. He's back on.
Yeah.
Eddie Perry just lost his cool there for a second. Oh, it's a tough. Yeah, like you said, kind of a tough way to close it out. But
well, he didn't hesitate. He didn't argue. He jogged off the field. He knew that the.
Well, he did argue, and then he got double teed.
I guess you got to get your money's worth.
I mean, I don't know.
Senior year, last game of your high school career, and
he strenuously objected to being kicked out of this game.
Yeah. It had to be a little frustrating in the net today.
Oh, my.
Off another post.
Back to the midfield line.
Crazy bounce of the ball. St. John's way.
It's a good, clean hit.
Yep. Good play.
Zach Webb for the Cadets. All right, Ascenders going back the other way. We are now about 4.5 minutes to go in this game.
Yeah.
Connor Layden. Working with A.J. Stratton. Connor Tran up top here for the Ascenders. Hey, they got 4 more minutes of lacrosse to play. You know, we said it's their last game. They came a long way.
Yeah, they're a long way from home. At home, they've got some serious facilities as well. I saw that they have a turf field and a grass field, so they can prepare for you either way. That's pretty cool.
So it looks like we got kind of like a dribbling it out here, Tim.
Yeah,
is that what we're seeing? Just gonna let the
it got chippy. They're just trying to end with some class.
Ricca delivery to Trant. He works his way inside. That's going to get deflected out of bounds.
Oh,
caught the coach.
Right.
Lacrosse ball does not. It hurts. It hurts.
That's a deep cheek bruise there for about a week or so. It's going to be tough on the flight home, I imagine. And we wish you guys a very safe trip, and thank you for being here. St. John's IMG has competed against each other for, seems like almost about 2 decades now, and it's always a great time. And there's never a shortage of athletic talent.
No.
Thomas Vandenberg quickly back the other way with 3 minutes to yeah, that is Thomas Vandenberg. 3 minutes to go. Logan Aiello up top. And they will work that clock down again. We got about just over 2.5 minutes left here.
Just a very
shot by Johnny Macarone.
Johnny Macarone, a kidney transplant survivor, brave guy. When he was at St. Anthony's before he came down to IMG, he went through the procedure, and it's pretty remarkable how he's gotten himself back into shape with the ability to play at this level. Good for you.
Nice save there.
JJ.
Really, he stood in there.
Yeah, AJ's good. With his body stick, he can make things happen. And it's great. It's got someone like Big Tasty to look up to.
Another shot.
Just adore the nickname. I just, 30 years from now, people will be calling him Big Tasty. It's just I don't know how you avoid it.
I thought my goalie in college had a great nickname. He was
inside dish, goal.
It's a great nickname.
His name was Lunchbox.
Jimmy Dismukes for the Ascenders.
After games, they call him, Steve Gravanti. I'd be like, who is that? I was like, you guys are talking about Lunchbox, right? We don't call him by that.
Is this Blake Boyd for the face-off here, Tim?
No, I don't think they're playing him anymore. This is Morin.
Okay, I got you.
He's got quick hands.
Nice.
All right, Ascenders working some clock here at the back end. We got a minute and a half to go on Senior Day here at Quinn Field. What an amazing way for these seniors to finish their regular season home operation here. Another goal, Brandon Urksa. He's been working hard all day, Tim. A player like that, you know, I understand, you know, you can kind of tell in his body language that he's, you know, these goals mean something, but not the way they would have meant, you know, if it was 3 quarters ago.
Correct.
But he's going to take him. And we look forward to seeing him back up our way in the fall.
Got Musser on the wing. 2 goals in his back pocket today. That was awesome.
Kind of controlling for the Ascenders.
Up, fast break.
Big time shot and goal. Macarone with the goal for the Ascenders. And they got, again, you just want to end on a high note. I think they're ending on a high note here, Tim.
Yep.
And you're getting players here for St. John's that are getting extremely valuable, teachable moments. I know Wes won't let some of this, you know, go. You know, they'll have plenty of opportunities to coach these kids up.
But believe me, they walk on that sideline. He's still coaching.
Oh, yeah. And we got to look there at Alexander Latchford facing off for the Cadets. Just about a minute to go here. These 2 programs will put the finishing touches on the last regular season game for First Amendment Sports, Tim, before we get ready for some playoff action.
Can't wait.
We got a WCAC play-in game. I believe that's on May 2nd, which is coming up soon. And from there, we're going to be able to watch, again, just like it always is in the WCAC, some of the most amazing, talented programs just absolutely brutalizing each other, you know, at the highest possible level.
A lot of heavy hitters and close games. You know, PVI, Gonzaga, DeMatha, they're all, you know, beaten. Ooh, good check. The guy's got length.
Closing seconds. St. John's will hold. And we'll get the horn here. And there it is.
Ken,
Tim
thank you.
Iuculano, thank you for joining us today, my friend.
Absolutely
You are
loved
a
it.
natural. To all the seniors on both of these squads, obviously especially for the seniors here at St. John's on Senior Day at Quinn Field, a very, very special afternoon. And capping an amazing season and an absolutely gorgeous afternoon. Thank you so much for being with us. Thanks again to Luke David, best director in the business, Victor Maddox, all our camera guys, Kevin Ricca, Tim Iuculano. For First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Meringolo. We will see you soon.